So we'll talk a little bit about analytics. I used to work in software and web development for several years as an Agile project manager. And the mindset behind that was that we would do small increments of software and then we would test it before we put lots of time and money and developer hours into it. And then we'd quickly get a lot of information back, whether people were using it or whether they were not, and maybe they were using it in unexpected ways. And then what we would do is just iterate on that and keep building on that data that we got. The old model was like, let's spec everything out for this software and then let's go spend a year doing it. And then once it comes out, we'll review it. And then often what happens is the market has shifted, the technology has shifted, consumer demand has shifted, and it's no longer relevant. So you've used a lot of money for a product that's not going to be a good return on investment. And then that's kind of how Agile came about. And so it's important to kind of think about video the same way. You can test a lot about the videos that you're producing, and then based on what data you're getting back, you can iterate. So if you put out 5 different topics and you find 1 or 2 of those is getting a lot of traction, keep building more content around those topics. And you might be surprised what you learn people are consuming. It might not be what you expect. Like I mentioned, Facebook will give you analytics about video. YouTube will give you a lot of analytics about video as well. And some of the things that you can get from these and other platforms are things like, who are your viewers? They can pull a lot of data. How long are they watching your video? That's really important. If you find out everybody drops off in the first 10 seconds and there's like a boring, guy at the beginning, so maybe take that out and then skip right to the part that's more interesting. And you can get that granular and really dial in how people are interacting with the content. You can see their location, and you can really get an ROI. And that's important especially for anybody in a larger organization who has to report that data up, or for any solopreneurs or small business owners. That's also really important to see what kind of consumption your video is getting, and you can then adjust your strategy.